and welcome to the Tuesday, August 10th edition of the Horizon Communication Sports Brief. I'm Earl Baisley. With just 2 races left to decide the 2021 World Triathlon Champions and current Triathlon Series ranking women's leader Maya Kingma not racing this weekend, the Group A Copley World Triathlon Championship Series Montreal is set to see those positions shaken up and the chase blown apart during the red-hot super sprint action ahead of this year's championship final that's set to take place in Edmonton. Kingman scored a stunning gold at the WTCS Leeds and a bronze in Yokohama, her 11th place at the Olympic Games, taking her on to 2,315 points, 524 points ahead of Olympic champion Flora Duffy. Duffy will race in Montreal, as will USA's 4th, 6th, and 7th place athletes Taylor Spivey, Katie Zappers, and Taylor Knibb. While Bermuda's top cyclists are preparing to head to the Dominican Republic for the 2021 Elite Caribbean Cycling Championships and the Pan American Road Race Championships, Anton Gilbert will be joining the UCI appointed Chief Commissioner and the local officials to support the races, something he's looking forward to do.
Okay, so first and foremost, I'll say the language barrier is the major concern for myself. Obviously, communicating with mostly Spanish-speaking athletes and trying to get them to understand in the heat of a race what I'm trying to communicate to them. But personally, it's just a way for me to expand on officiating an event that's so dynamic. Here in Bermuda, we only have maybe 40 participants in an event. We're talking about athletes from around the world competing for ranking and all that. There's going to be a lot of tension. There's going to be a lot of protests. There's going to be times where I may be put in a position to disqualify a top athlete from another country. So for me, this is purely developmental and is my first, toe in the water to see if I can really handle the pressure of officiating international events.
Sergio De Freitas began competing in the 2021 ILCA 4 Youth World Sailing Championships going on in Ireland. Taking to the water for the first time in the ILCA 4 World Championships, De Freitas came off the water in 108th place with 106 points. De Freitas finished the first race of the event in 51st before finishing 50th in the second and final race of the day. Meanwhile, members of the Royal Hamilton Amateur Dinghy Club took to the start line for the 49th edition of the Rolex Fastnet race. Kyle Burgess, Jason Sings, Ellie Woolman, Will Scott, Cece Woolman, Jordan Sings, Mikey Woolman, and Paul Woolman are involved in the 96-year-old offshore racing classic. Following the Western and Central County Cup competitions, as well as the resumption of the BCB 2020 League, today we take a look at the top performers from results posted on Islandstats.com. In the batting department, Chris Douglas, playing for Willacocks, was the top scorer with 110 in the Western County Cup competition. Trey Menders from Western Stars had the second highest knock of the weekend, scoring 86 not out, and Clarence Trott from Somerset Bridge scored 82 not out to finish in third. The figures of 3 overs, 1 maiden, 4 for 7, saw Chris Douglas, also again playing for Willacocks, being the top bowler. Dave Howman from PHC finished with the second best figures of 4 overs, 4 for 22. Gennaro Tucker returned figures of 4 overs, 3 for 15 for Southampton Rangers. Delia Evan and her Berrytown United ladies teammates took to the field at Jenner Park Stadium in a preseason friendly against Tier 2 side Talacopa. The day was a great run out for the players as they plan ahead for the Welsh Premier Women's League season. Meanwhile, Nijai Tucker scored twice to lead Burnley's under-23 to a 6-2 victory over Blackburn Rovers. Daniel Augustus will enter the second and final round of the APGA Tour Championships Atlanta, tied 6th after a first round 3 under par 69. Augustus was 1 under par after the front 9. He had a birdie on the par 4 first. He would then have a bogey on the par 5 fourth, but he would get it right back with a birdie on the par 4 fifth. On the back 9, Augustus had a birdie on the par 5 10th and another birdie on the par 4 15th. Augustus goes into the final round 4 strokes off the leader, Willie Mack III, who stands alone at 7 under par. Taiwan Waldron was back in action competing in the International Trotting and Pacing Association's Midwestern Classic ITPA stakes race in Indiana. Waldron competed in the bike of GV Amy's Dream, finishing 4th, competing in the 106 and 1 to 108 flat junior free-for-all time bar class, clocking 107 and 3. Waldron and Windspeed finished 5th in the 108 and 1 to 110 flat senior heat 1, stopping the top clock in 109 flat. During the 112 and 1 to 116 flat sophomore heat 1, Waldron and Speed finished with a winning time of 112 and 2. Waldron and 407 Speed won the 104 and faster free-for-all heat 1 with a time of 100 and 3. And that's a look at the Tuesday, August 10th edition of the Horizon Communication Sports Brief. I'm Earl Bagston.